Hello and welcome to the Nightmare Fuel podcast. I am Reese, and as always, being joined by Hagbard Celine.
Hello.
Gonna get into our radio voices today.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen at WW34, we're here bringing you the latest hits, commercial free for one full hour.
Commercial free is always a lie. 99. No, fuck it, whatever. We're good. That's why I can't actually do that.
We proved our point.
That's why I'm relegated to the podcast realm. Plus, I would curse too much on air.
Yeah, that's my problem. I tend to curse on live radio or television.
Yeah, for real. Just a couple quick things that I wanted to announce. And I think I'm going to start doing this because it's very nice when people make us stuff. Our thumbnail today was made by a guy called Populate the Moon. I put in a link to his Twitter.
Nice.
Feel free to follow him there. We have links now pretty much all the time. Follow us on Twitter. Follow Hagbard. Like, he needs more followers.
Follow me.
Yes, give him all the follows. Give Hagbard all the follows. And also on Saturday, we're gonna be having a show on Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And the reason we've already said this in advance is because we have a special guest coming on, and that is Logic. So that should be a lot of fun.
Logic.
And that should be good. There's more stuff coming up in the future. And I guess just sub here if you guys want, and we're going to get into the show.
Yep.
What's been up in your world, Hagbard?
Not a whole lot. Just another day in paradise.
It's always a day in paradise for you.
Yep.
The one I wanted to start off with was the Yellowstone officials, because I just thought this was so fucked up. I don't normally cover like local news stories, but I think this is pretty interesting.
Briefly tell me about how park officials became aware.
No.
Briefly tell me about
East Idaho news.
how park officials became aware of this incident yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday we received a notification from a witness who was in fact the sister of the victim that has since passed away, that they were located at the Norris Geyser Basin, and her brother had stepped off the boardwalk about 225 yards. In so doing, slipped and fell into the hot springs.
You self-boiled.
Yeah. So there's not anything to even refute here, but yeah, a guy from Oregon who was a genius stepped off the boardwalk, which I've never seen anyone do ever, and walked 250 yards.
Yeah.
Just wanted to go for a stroll.
Yeah.
In
for
the
record,
geyser.
that's 2.5 football fields. That's not an insignificant length of distance there.
Yeah, no, not at all. And like this is just completely ghastly, and they're going to get into it, but I mean they couldn't find remains. This person completely dissolved.
The sister notified rangers, and that was when we went into action.
What was the rescue effort, or was it immediately decided that it was a recovery effort and not a rescue effort?
So what happened once we...
She's indelibly soft-spoken. Well, what happened is that, you see...
It's almost it's a strange coping mechanism, because what she's talking about is just disgusting and terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, like I never even really thought about that from this perspective. Like, yeah, at what point did you decide that this was not a rescue mission, but it was just a recovery effort? It's like, holy shit, that's so dark.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing they were asking about the alligator. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Well, and I love that everyone's like, oh, well, the alligator didn't eat it. It just drowned it, and then they found it. No, that's how alligators eat. Alligators don't just swallow stuff. They actually don't have molars or anything to chew, so they stuff their prey in the side of the lake or river, and then they come back after it starts to rot. That's how they eat.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a recovery of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went into action.
Received that information, then rangers responded immediately to the Norris Geyser Basin. They responded in an effort to to figure out what's the situation and to do the best they could to not only potentially recover, but more so to rescue the individual. Once they arrived,
You know, we had another one too, because there was a tourist in the park recently who got too close to Cenk Uygur and was taking photos, and he got injured. Not killed, but he was injured.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's just too many dumbasses who come to Yellowstone. Stay home. Stay home. It's not a place to really have fun and just be like, oh, we do whatever we want here. It's pretty much like a petting zoo. Like, no, the animals here are wild and will kill you.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, Yellowstone's pretty dangerous. You got to be careful, really.
It's the world's largest volcano filled with bears and fucking bison.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ever forget that.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of dumbassery in the park. It's
well, and it's not unusual. I mean, I think Oregon has the highest disappearance rate because we have some of the most BLM land. And they just wander off. Just gone. Just bye. They just fucking never recover the body, never find someone, just gone.
Yeah, that's scary too. Like at what point do the departments there say, okay, this we're
3-4 days
canceling this mission, this rescue mission?
Yeah, depending on the temperature and everything else, 3-4 days. In summer they'll take a significant period of time. They will. In summer they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but if it's 23 degrees or less in the mountains, it's like, sorry. Like you probably should have known better. There are signs literally all over the place that say like hike at your own risk. Like we won't come get you, dude. There was one that literally there are signs around here that don't tell you don't do something. It simply will tell you we advise you don't do something. You can do it. Just we're telling you it's a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely. But this to me is even worse. You have this guy. I know this context too well. I go to the park fairly often, and the boardwalk. It's very clearly there for people to walk on. Everyone's on the boardwalk. No one's ever off it, walking near the geysers. I wonder if anyone saw him going. Like, if they shouted, like, dude, don't come back, something.
I'm sure someone said something, man. That doesn't... You don't get... There's hundreds of people there this time of year. Hundreds.
Oh, yeah,
there's no way that slid past everyone's recognition.
It's just absurd. So, I mean, obviously, you feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's kind of Darwinism, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Size up of the situation and began to investigate the hazards of the area. They then determined that it was likely a probable fatality last night. It has since been confirmed that, in fact, it is a fatality. The individual who fell into the pool did die.
And then tell me about the pool itself.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So it's a small pool located near to Pork Chop Geyser.
She's so soft-spoken. It's so weird.
Oh my god, you can tell how much this like rocked her world.
Yeah, this is so weird.
Oh god, they probably carry so much guilt. Like, oh, he couldn't save the dude. That's terrible. Yeah, I think
admit
we
it,
could
Reese.
probably
You
move
pushed
on.
him.
I just thought that was interesting.
Admit it, Reese. You pushed him.
Yeah, I pushed him in.
Admit it. You pushed
Only
this
'cause he was
poor man
Morgan.
in because you thought it was me. You pushed him.
Yeah, I thought it was you, and I pushed him in. Finally, I'll get out of Hagbard's shadow.
I'll end it once and for all today.
This is the end, Celine. Walk the plank.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, we've got
Okay.
like a backlog of this kid now. Look.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
He's like
fine.
stacking up.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna scroll up. I think we're gonna do some of this Orlando stuff because it's pertinent.
All right.
We're gonna do the care one first. Yeah.
The care one?
Care.
I don't
Like
think I'm
the council.
prepared for
We
that.
offer condolences to the family.
I hate care so much. I don't think I'm prepared for this.
You're not prepared.
We offer condolences to the families, and we pray for the recovery of the survivors. This is a hate crime. plain and simple. We condemn it in the strongest possible terms. It
Oh
violates
God, your haircut's a hate crime.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus.
our principles.
They're so full
No,
of
it's
shit.
not.
Wow.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
Our principles
What principles? Let me go back here.
terms. It violates our principles.
What? No, it doesn't. It's exactly within your principles, man.
This guy was like the one good Muslim. Come on.
As Americans and as Muslims.
As Americans, yes. As Muslims, no.
I like how those can be in the same sentence.
Yeah, they just
Like, yeah,
conflate the two.
that sounds completely natural.
Let me be clear. We have no tolerance for extremism of any kind. We must not tolerate hateful rhetoric that incites violence against minorities.
Then you guys are against the what was it? The sheikh that was down there teaching about how, the only way gays can be absolved is if they're killed, right? You're against that guy too, right?
I like that turn of language too, because you would think that, like, just looking at the surface, oh, he's talking about LGBT, but no, his secret agenda is also Islamophobia.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't anyone incite violence against us. After all, we're a minority.
You see? It's very important.
Ooh, I see how it works.
Religious freedom is the cornerstone of our beliefs as Muslims and as Americans.
No.
Why does he keep saying that over and over again? He keeps going fucking Muslims and Americans.
To drill it into everyone's head that it's natural.
Then do you condemn the concept of the Ummah? The concept of the Muslim nation, or the nation, the Muslims as a whole? The concept that you're all one group? Because I don't think you do.
Why did he bring that up? Why did he bring up freedom of religion? That's not even in question.
No. Not at all.
That's such a complete non-point. It's just another chance for him to say, "Look, we have a right to exist. We're fine. Nothing wrong with it. You have you have the freedom to be in any religion you want. That doesn't mean that everyone has to accept your religion. They just have to accept it legally."
Exactly.
Today, we must stand united. For many years, members of the LGBTQIA community.
He literally asked someone to find him the longest version of that.
QIA. So wait, queer, intersex, asexual?
Probably.
I think so. That sounds right. Shit, I've been at this too long.
Have stood shoulder to shoulder with the Muslim community against any acts of hate crimes, Islamophobia, marginalization, and discrimination. Today,
how did you pivot to this?
It's basically, it's pretty sad what happened in Orlando, but feel bad for us. We're the victims. I'm just going to pull out my victim card because, after all, I am a minority in this country. My religion is reviled. It's not reviled for any good reason. It's just hated nebulously out of the blue.
Yeah, what we're discussing right now has nothing to do with it.
No, of course not. No, people just hate Islam. They don't even have a reason. They're just like, that's foreign to me. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's why on the West Coast we're also big haters of Buddhism over here. There are no white Buddhists, by the way. That's not a thing. There's not a huge movement within lots of super liberalist communities to emulate Buddhist practices or anything. Because we hate all foreign things, all of them, regardless of the way that they're practiced.
Oh, for sure.
Retard.
we stand with them, shoulder to shoulder. The liberation of the American Muslim community is profoundly linked to the liberation of other minority groups. Blacks, Latinos, gay, Jewish, trans, and every other community that has faced discrimination.
Funny, because he killed predominantly all of those types. He killed predominantly blacks, trans, gays, and Latinos. So,
yeah, doesn't seem like... But, Hagbard, we have to blame it on the white man somehow.
Of course, somehow.
The white establishment mentality that spreads Islamophobia.
Clearly. And homophobia. That's clearly what caused this.
Yeah, no, but the Quran doesn't, you see.
No, not at all. And to imply
I like how
as such...
this works.
to imply as such is racist.
Oh my God.
Go.
And oppression in this country. We heard in the news that the alleged perpetrator called in and he pledged allegiance to Daesh, or as we call it, ISIS. I have a word for ISIS and their supporters. How would you stand before God and answer to your crimes against innocent people, thousands of innocent people?
Ironically, ISIS would ask you the same thing.
Yeah, they'd be like, how can you stand before God and say I did not fulfill the Quranic principles?
You're not fulfilling the
doctrines.
expectations of God. As a matter of fact, you're doing exactly what the Jew did. You see, you're stopping the practice of your strict code, which is what Muhammad was saying is why they punished the Jews, because they're not following the word of God as laid down. You're going the way of the Jews, sir, and you must be expelled from Islam. Don't you understand?
Yeah, it's such complete propaganda. This whole organization is just notorious for this. Let's muddy the waters. Let's cover things up. If people even have the slightest problem with Islam, we're going to, that's a problem.
Yeah.
We're not actually going to address any problems inspired by Islam. It's clearly the people who are pointing out that who are the problem.
Obviously.
What is even the function of this? They're worse than Al Jazeera. They're the worst. They really are.
Oh yeah, Al Jazeera is inspired by their fucking abilities.
Yeah, for real.
Muslims, Christians, and other minorities.
What? All right, we're done.
Other minorities.
He just said Christians and other minorities. Yeah, we're done here.
Also to imply that Muslims are a minority.
Yeah, well, it's
Laughable.
the same thing we hear when we're talking about, racial issues. But, yeah, black people are a minority. In America?
Yeah. We're going to do Muslims at mosque.
Oh, this is torturing me. That's what this is. This is a special case.
Our thoughts and prayers are with our innocent brothers and sisters.
Hey, little autist in the front, stop rocking.
Our thoughts and prayers are with our innocent brothers and sisters who unfortunately became the victims of misguided insanity of perverted individuals.
Misguided insanity.
Of course.
Christ. I'm sure it was complete mental illness. I'm sure it was schizophrenia.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what it is? What really gets me is this lack of balls. It's this lack of responsibility.
Yeah, well, clearly he wasn't inspired by Islam.
I could even get behind people saying like, "Look, I'm a Muslim," like a Majid Nawaz type. Like, I don't condone this part. I condemn this. I want to reform this because it clearly leads to this. There's a very direct link. But it's even worse for these people to just be here like, "Oh, it was misguided. They're just perverting my beautiful faith." And okay, well, that's great. Thank you, friend. I'm sure it's never going to happen again now.
Yeah, seriously.
We all pray that God may bless the departed souls with eternal peace and comfort and provide solace and patience to their loved ones who will have...
I think part of that is to cover your face because you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm fairly convinced that's part of the ritual. They don't recognize it for what it is, but part of the ritual is you cover your face. And that's because you should just be ashamed. It's like it's the spiritual face palm. It's like, I believe this garbage. Part of your ritual is to spiritually facepalm. Congratulations.
Isn't it just... I must be in some crazy upside down world. It's modern day, and there's people, when a tragedy happens, people seriously sit there on the floor and cover their face and close their eyes and then pray to the heavens and hope something's going to happen. Whoa. I sometimes we in this community we kind of fail to acknowledge that we like to criticize like political Islam primarily, but if you like really break this down, like, isn't this just insane? Isn't this just the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Wow.
endure this.
Especially when they're praying for people that they are dictated to not care for.
Yeah.
And the person that they're praying against was acting in accordance with their faith.
But that's impossible. Their faith is peaceful.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad when you have to say that over and over.
Terrible loss. We also earnestly pray for all those who were injured in this barbaric.
It looks like the Captain Kirk picture, for fuck's sake. It's literally spiritual face palming.
And senseless episode.
Yes, hide your faces in shame, gentlemen.
It's that face when you actually believe Muhammad flew to heaven on a winged donkey.
Oh my god, screen cap. You could make some great memes out of this.
And complication-free recovery from their physical as well as psychological wounds. All those who had to endure this trauma unhurt, but were inflicted with unforgettable mental scars, also deserve our heartfelt prayers that God may remove their anxieties and anguish quickly and completely.
By the way, part of that he's discussing is to remove their anxieties and anguish of being gay. But we're not going to point that
their
out.
Anguish. I love. It really goes for any religion. They'll be sitting there. I pray for the victims. It's a little late.
Yeah, for real.
You have to admit it wasn't in God's will for these people to survive, right? Like, come on, guys. At least keep this consistent within your own bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, God meant them to be dead, but, I mean, if they're not going to be dead, at least they could be not gay.
Yeah, maybe they'll come to Allah. Maybe that experience will have rocked them enough. Actually, let's do Jank, Orlando. Yeah.
Isn't this one really
I clipped
long?
this out of a larger model.
Yeah.
And by the way,
This is the point I wanted
Okay,
to
I was about to
talk
say,
about.
isn't this really long?
Yeah, no. I got the part that I thought was worth responding to.
Yeah, I can't take it.
Jesus.
another thing about Islam is, look, some people think I say Islam is a religion of peace. I've never said that. I left Islam.
Actually, you've said something similar to that. You technically haven't said that, but you have said that Islam preaches for peace, or Islam is no different than Christianity. It preaches for peace. You have said those things. You haven't said Islam is the religion of peace, the fucking Muslim Brotherhood meme, but you've absolutely said similar things.
Yeah, it's just as bad to draw false equivalences with Islam and other religions.
Mainly because it's not true. I read the Quran, I read the Bible,
Jesus.
and I said
It's
Jank.
not true.
I like how he says that, and then he's like, "Well, I'm an atheist on the level of Sam Harris," even though he calls himself agnostic.
Yeah.
By the way, I love every time Jank tries to be like, "I'm the chief atheist."
Yeah, and the chief understander of Islam, in spite of
Oh.
every other ex-Muslim I've ever met, opposes everything Jenk says. Not most of them. Not most of them. Every single fucking one goes, Cenk Uyghur is a lying sack of shit and he should be forced to shut up.
Yeah, no. Those people don't exist. I love
You
these
can
people,
try telling any of this to the follower I have called the ex-Muslim, and he won't even show his name. He uses nothing but photo edits to make his points because he doesn't want to record his voice in case his parents find out. Why would that be?
Oh yeah, I see. I like these people who are like, look, I'm not defending Islam. Islam isn't true. It's almost as they're looking for this validation. See, I said it wasn't true, so therefore I'm on your side. Therefore, quit attacking me. It's like, Jank, you don't. Oh my god, I can't believe we actually have to explain this. You don't see this. You might not think it's true because it isn't. Fair enough. That anyone can tell that though. That's child's play.
Yeah.
But there are hundreds of millions of people who are like invested in this.
Wait, so
This
you're
is their
telling me
entire life.
you're smart enough, Jank. You're smart enough to not think that Muhammad reached his hand up and split the moon in twain. You're smart enough to believe. Good. Congratulations. You recognize
You want
it's
a
not
pat on
true.
the back for that? Like, look, guys, I said Islam wasn't true. Thanks, Jank.
You get
Thanks
a
for the
cookie.
revelation.
You get a fucking cookie. Congratulations.
these things are not true. There is no sky god that tells you to hate this guy and that guy, and by the way, tells you to help the poor. But either way, it's not true. But
yeah, it tells you to help poor Muslims.
people say Islam is a violent religion. People will say Islam is a religion of peace. Neither one is true. I read the Quran. It says both things.
Yeah, it says one thing in the beginning, and then it says the other thing later, after it explains the concept of abdication.
I hate this too, because it's like, oh look, it's not a religion of peace or violence because it says peaceful and violent things. It'd be like if you baked a pan of brownies and mixed dog shit in there, and we're like, this is fine. This is fine. I mean, look, there's some disgusting bits, but you can cherry pick, right? You can work around that.
Of course.
Go ahead, Hagbard. Just take a bite.
Yeah, of course. It's just there's lots of shit in there, but just eat the salami sitting next to the shit.
I mean, look, there's some good parts, right? Some like give to the poor, something like that.
Says, oh, don't touch the people of the book. Help the poor, help the needy. And in another part, it says, now remember, if anybody crosses Muhammad, kill him. It says both. So don't turn around and say,
yes, and it says that latter bit is more important.
And even
it says the Quran is perfect, and the early portion is correct, but the later portion is slightly more correct. Sincerely, that's what they mean. It means that it's correct. The previous version that says don't do this is right, but the later version is more right. It's righter.
I don't, even excluding that, which is a complete knockdown argument from you. Even if, okay, there's some good things. Fine, we acknowledge the good things. Any ideology that perpetuated racism, homophobia, misogyny, genocide, pedophilia, like automatically is off the books. Like we're not subscribing to this. We're not accepting this. I don't care that it says give to the poor. I can give to the poor without a sky god, Jank, and so can you. You don't need to believe, you don't need to condone pedophilia and genocide to do that.
Yeah, imagine that.
That is such horseshit. Oh, it has some good parts. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, was it the good part where they lined up all of the children in a village and decided to kill all the boys that had any signs of secondary sexual characteristics like pubic hair? Was that the part that's the good part or the bad part? I'm just trying to figure out which ones you consider good and bad. I'm just trying to work this out.
That's where it starts getting really scary.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what you consider good and bad. It's the same thing we said with the last guys. ISIS would say you're wrong because they're the ones following the book.
Remember that Kareem guy? We've watched a couple of videos from him.
Yes, that joke human.
Yeah, who's terrible. Who is a first world, supposedly moderate Muslim, in a recent video was making excuses for Muhammad's pedophilia.
Oh, and beyond that, one of the most infuriating things, I think, did you get the Amos Yee video, the response to that, where the guy was fucking respect the scariest phrase I've heard in the last 10 years is respect my religion. If that doesn't horrify you, if that doesn't send chills down your spine that make you want to kill the human being that said that, I mean, on the spot with a stone if necessary, just a brick to the side of the head,
arrogant.
That's terrifying. And that's what these fuckers say. First world Muslims say this shit on a regular basis.
Yeah, I like how even the moderates are complete douches.
Yeah.
They're not to respect my religion. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Say, Islam has nothing to do with it, or Islam has everything to do with it. So, as with everything, including Christianity,
this attack was inspired by Islam. What other? Oh, I forgot. He went on his little gun rant in this as well. Which I mean, make of it what you will. But for him, whether you agree with it or not, it's for him. It's clearly just a distraction. It's basically well, he was partially inspired because he had access to weapons.
Yeah, yeah, because these guys don't make bombs, right?
Yeah, I like how having access to weapons is inspiration for mass murder.
Boston bombing, anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Nuns who take the beautiful parts of Christianity and emphasize that. There are right-wing fundamentalists.
What? Nigga, have you ever met a nun? Nuns are a nightmare. Wait a second. Fuck you. No.
He says that they took the beautiful part. They're completely sexually repressed.
Nuns are terrifying. Nuns are awful human beings.
They have stunted their human biology and evolution.
I've met like 2 good nuns in my entire life. Nuns are fucking obsessive fucking control freaks. What do you mean nuns took the good part of Christianity?
Yeah, no.
Jesus Christ.
that is kind of at least a stereotype, but it is based on a real thing that nuns are.
What, are abbesses good
nice
too?
people.
Are abbesses good too? Is that what? I mean, should we wall women up and just feed them through a slot while they talk to God? I mean, what is that the best parts of Christianity? Because that's another thing they do.
It's the best they have to offer, Hackbar.
Fucking nutball.
Fundamentalists that take the horrible parts of the Bible and emphasize that, and they go shoot abortion bombings or abortion shootings, clinic shootings, etc., as happened recently.
9.
But today isn't about
9.
One recently. That's the one he's got to go to. Is the one that happened recently.
One
from a guy that
literally
lived in a goddamn shack.
One recently that they decided to bring up months later and keep harping on and on and on and on about.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if you mention it enough times, eventually it will match the number of Islamic attacks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
About that. Today is about the son of a bitch who did the biggest, worst mass shooting in American history. So it doesn't help to say, oh, he just didn't like gay people. That doesn't help at all. So,
oh my God! Do you
again,
not see
sometimes
how
people think
this is? Like,
I fight.
No, he can't.
What in the world? What the fuck? Why didn't you just start with this? The first thing that you should say is fuck the son of a bitch who committed the largest mass shooting in American history. Don't throw up all these bullshit excuses to try to minimize this. By the way he started off this video, he was comparing this to the Christina Grimmie shooting, which I mean is a tragedy in and of itself, but I just hate when people couplet news stories like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a joke.
Yeah, no, it's an attempt.
Be an honest newsman. Get on here and say, this is what happened. I obviously condemn this. This is horrible. This was his motivation. And get off camera. There's no reason to blather about anything else.
No, it's impossible to reason with people like Jank. Jank is such an ideologue, he can't even process new incoming information. It literally goes through a filter before he processes it.
Completely. I agree.
Yeah.
Against the religions or...
And yes, mostly except for, again, the bearded lunatic in the shack. Yeah, mostly abortion clinic violence died off in the 90s. There are some lunatics out there that don't like it, like the guy we used to make fun of who had the neck beard and shouted at fucking people going into abortion clinics. But they shout.
Yeah, but
they stand out there with signs and they shout.
Yeah, he's not shooting anyone.
No.
He's never going to go in there and shoot anyone.
No, he is too cowardly.
Yeah, no. He just goes, he stands out there and yells at women and calls them whores. That is all.
Lovely individual, don't get me wrong, but...
Stand-up guy.
Yeah, I mean, really, he's a guy I'd clearly leave my children with, but, you know.
Some of you think I don't fight against the religions enough. It isn't about that. It is the culture, and the culture is more specific than a religion, because there are different cultures within different religions. So just as I told you, in Islam and Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, there are cultures.
Yeah, and when I saw this when Devin did it, I left a comment. So what you're telling me is to hate Pakis, not Paki Muslims.
Holy shit!
That's an interesting idea,
that doesn't sound
Jank.
xenophobic.
That's an interesting idea. You'd prefer I hate Arabs and Arab culture, or Persians and Persian culture, than I dislike Islam, which is what they've been taught to believe.
I like this because it's like, oh, don't make a blanket statement. You can't talk about all Muslims and all of Islam. It's we can get more specific than that. It's the cultures. Okay, so basically, you mean the cultures that are saturated with Islam. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Within those religions that emphasize great things. There are cultures within those religions that emphasize terrible things.
There are cultures within those religions that emphasize putting sabers through your cheeks. Fact.
Yeah.
What's your point,
and,
Jack?
It's completely legitimate to be a culturalist.
Yes. Yes,
say
it is.
my culture is better than yours, or this culture is better than that culture.
And I'm
This
not afraid to do
culture is some
things like
fucked up
mock
shit.
rabbis. I love mocking rabbis. I love the fact that traditionalist rabbis do the circumcision and then suck penis blood from a baby dick. I think that's hilarious. And I'll endlessly mock that. So it's not like I'm afraid to mock other religions, Jank. That's you. You're the one that obsesses with the concept of never making fun of Islam because, I guess, brown people? Or what?
Yeah, I was mentioning this in a recent video I made about the Orlando shooting, but it's this faux liberalism. It's like these people purport to believe in these values. Oh, I believe in gay rights. Well, until identity politics gets mixed in. Ooh, wait, it was another culture that was doing this. I don't know.
That's a problem.
My stance on supporting gay rights seems to shake every now and then.
Yeah.
And by the way, one of the things that Islam can't, or people who are Muslim can't then turn around and say is, no, we're all peaceful. Well, you're not all peaceful, right? And
Most
now,
are not.
Both sides are so wrong, it's painful. One side says, yeah, most of the 1.6 billion Muslims are to be feared and are not.
1 billion out of 1.6 billion is most, Jank.
Yeah.
And when
and
1 billion...
in terms of being feared, yes. Yeah, look, there are different levels of fear. But look, if you take a person who's like, I base all of my life decisions and all of my moral decisions off of Muhammad and the Quran and all that, it's like, oh, well, what do you trust that person to do? Do you trust that person to be honest with their opinions, the way they present them?
I trust that person to eventually breed an offspring that'll blow something up. That's pretty much what I trust that person to do.
Yeah, it's just we are allowed to judge people based on what they believe.
I can't take him anymore.
Yeah, no, fuck Jank.
Bye,
all right,
you
we're gonna do one more
bastard.
Orlando thing before we move on. We're gonna do Lexwell.
You bloated-headed bastard.
Oh, by the way, he has a new format.
Oh, good! We convinced him to get a screen capture software.
We convinced him.
You're fucking welcome, Lexwell.
So
this is why you make... No, ladies and
audio.
gentlemen, we have an example. This is why you make fun of the fat kid. This, right here. This is why you make fun of the fat kid. Because eventually he goes, maybe if I lose weight, they'll stop making fun of me. Et voila.
Fair enough. Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, he was talking about Muhammad Ali in this video, but then he just started rambling about Orlando.
Oh, lovely.
Pray for brains. Pray for forgiveness. And preach to people when you get a chance. Because you're not going to have this.
Someone got their Seroquel today.
Ooh.
Clearly someone got their Seroquel today. He's very calm today.
Yeah, there's not going to be any found in North America. No, it's funny because I left a comment on this video and it's like, hey, I like your new format, Lexwell. And he's like, you still didn't leave your number.
What? I'm never leaving my number, you lunatic.
Because we were like, come on our show, Lexwell, and he's like, leave me your phone number.
No.
Like, no. I
No.
said, okay, no. Follow me on Twitter. We can talk there. I'm not leaving you my fucking phone number.
You absolute lunatic? Absolutely not.
How stupid do you think I am?
You fucking twack job. Get the fuck out of here.
Illusion of peace for much longer. You can see all the things that are going on, whether they be real or whether they be false flags. They're still being broadcast to everybody. And whether you believe that they're false flags or whether you believe that they're real, when they go on the TV, right there, other people they believe it's real.
Oh yeah,
Right.
all the sheeple out.
So if you go to people
Wake up, sheeple!
in your town right now, they're gonna
Look,
say,
I like these people who are like, they don't take a stance on it. Like, yeah, look, it might be a false flag, it might not. I'm just saying that I've seen the patterns. I see how they control people with this.
Yeah, what a way to think. As this, look, it might be a false flag. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. It's like, whoa, man.
Just the fact that he's even questioning it is concerning.
oh, it's horrible what happened in Florida. You go online, you see a good amount of people that say it's an illusion.
An illusion.
Crazies.
It's an illusion. It's not just like it's an illusion. Like they've
No, it was
projected
magic. It was
this
a
down.
magic show.
Yeah, they've projected this down with the holograph beams, right?
A lot of people have been brought up on the show me a body.
That's usually how that's understood. Yes.
Hold up. You know where the sheeple are found? In North America.
Mentality, and when they do not show a body, it's just.
What do you mean they don't show a body? What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's just show corpses on TV.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He's basically saying, like, unless you show me a body, I don't know if I can buy into this.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
When Muhammad Ali died, he was still worth $50 million.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's fairly impressive. Sorry.
You wonder if it's an illusion. You truly do.
Someone pointed it out. He's got his tab open to Katy Perry.
Oh yeah, he at some point,
fuck.
I don't know if he gets into it, what I clipped out of here, but he started getting into like weird conspiracy stuff about Katy Perry and cat women.
Oh my god, amazing.
Oh jeez, yeah. Look at all this shit that's open.
Fucking
There's George
amazing.
Foreman, David
he
Banner.
He searched Lex Will on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, he's selling shirts on eBay. Yeah.
Good.
His shirt.
God.
I guess his shirt describes what a true Israelite is.
Good God.
I might have to buy one.
Seriously, I'll wear it around here and really trip people out.
Show shirt.
Yeah, seriously, we'll just take his shirt as our show shirt, give him some fucking sales, the poor bastard.
Oh yeah, so he can fund his trip to the Holy Land of Utah.
Don't know what to say one way or the other about 50 people. Don't know what to say about one way or the other about 53 people injured.
It does. Wait, no. It doesn't matter what you say because you've already thrown in the air that it's a possible false flag. How could you possibly recover from that? Look, your death might be fake, but if it's true, I feel bad for you. Thanks, Lexwell.
Yeah, amazing.
I think it's funny that they broadcast that this gunman on TV talks about I've got nothing against the blacks.
Ironically, after shooting like 5 black people in the legs.
Yeah, he's clearly got nothing against the
blacks.
blacks.
But he was like, look, it's just because you were here, all right? It's just because you were here. It's not because you were black. It's not the race. It's the faggotry. I'm shooting you for the faggotry. Your race has nothing to do with it.
I like how that's the part that triggered Lexwell. Like the other parts is like, it might be a false flag, but this guy might be anti-black.
So if it's an illusion, the wizard wants the nation.
Oh God, the wizard! Fuck me.
To have these thoughts, right?
Right.
Look how drugged he looks, dude.
Oh, he just went into super crazy mode.
Like
the wizard's controlling all our thoughts.
I smoke all the marijuana, mind you, all of it. I smoke all the marijuana on the planet. This guy makes me look fucking sober all the time. It's amazing to look at. Look at that face. He looks like a goddamn Cheech and Chong character, right? He looks like a Cheech and Chong character.
Holy shit!
He's completely wrecked.
Did you expect that? No one expected that.
He's completely wrecked.
Yes.
I want you to think about that.
Look at that little smile. Look at that little smile.
If it's an illusion. I mean, if it's real, I mean, you still have that too. There's we've got nothing against the blacks, whatever. But it's not our job to participate in their war, whatever it is.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And their war is he talking about the Muslim war? I guess.
Are you talking about a Muslim war or a race war? What are you talking about here?
I guess if it's a Muslim war, the true Jews would have every part to play in it, Lexwell.
What the fuck?
It would be the first to go.
You know, and again, this promotes getting out of here.
It promotes getting out of here. And
Going where? Utah?
If we go over there, then it's obvious it's not our war. And I mean, did you shoot heroin before you started this video?
Wait, is the implication to go back to Africa? Because it's not like there's any Muslim attacks there.
I have no idea. I don't know what he wants. I really don't.
Even though he thinks that this is his native land.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing.
And you're already here then, and they're here too, so you're fucked.
And getting to Utah and making something, or to Arizona, or to Colorado, or to New Mexico, and making a way for people to gather throughout the next year or two or three, and then getting out of here. You know, I really don't think these things will last. These encampments will last.
Encampments? He's dead fucking serious. He's talking about magic. He's talking about goddamn magic. I thought he was using a metaphor, but no, he just said encampments. Holy fuck.
They need to wait. So the community needs to gather in Utah and then
do some witchcraft or something. I don't.
Are they ascending into the heavens?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Lexwell?
5-10 years. Not under the situations that are being promoted out there, you know. These
long pause.
These actions
will probably he's a trained actor.
Probably give more credence to attack Syria, and whether it's prophecy or not.
What? On what planet do you think we could generalize in that manner? That's a leap for the most insane radical right-wing nut job to make. To go, listen, there was an attack on a gay bar in Orlando. We need to bomb the fuck out of Syria. What?
I like how it immediately jumps from, oh, they might use this. The evil government might use this as an excuse to attack Israel, or Syria rather. But that fulfills prophecy. Does that fulfill prophecy? Again, he's on the fence. I don't know.
Yeah.
So wait, here's a legit question, Lexwell, because you like to call yourself a teacher, and people even leave comments to you.
He's
saying,
a teacher of the
Thanks
faith.
for the lesson, dog. They actually are students to you. They regard you as some kind of teacher. Yeah. We'll be done here in a minute. But how much do you really know? How do you know all this? What do you have as link to God? What exactly makes you qualified to do this more than anyone else?
He's a shaman. I mean, traditionally, no one likes to talk about this, but in tribal settings, shamans are the schizoids, the ones that survive. And then we let them ramble on about the spirit worlds and what they're doing, and we used to listen to them because we didn't know any better. But nowadays we know better. Most of us know better, and then some people still want shamans, I guess.
Some people, because he speaks for the community, dog.
Yeah. Goodbye, Lexwell.
Yeah.
I can take no more.
That was a fantastic response to Orlando.
I can take no more. He's clearly on Seroquel today, and it's too slow. I like him more when he's manic than when he's fucking medicated.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of the Orlando stuff. We're gonna do something completely different. We're gonna do the American Dream. We haven't played her in a while.
Sweet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This election season and Bernard Sanders have been largely
get that EDM going, girl.
Focused on income inequality and the notion that everyone deserves to be.
Yes, Team Tommy.
That's worse than Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Yeah.
wealthy. Democratic logic states that robbing Peter to pay Paul equals a pay raise, that somehow moving money from one place to another generates more money. The delusion that the wealthy are not mobile and won't take their money with them if faced with tax hikes. The notion that the 1% is evil, but making $7 million on paid speeches is justifiable. The idea that making America less like the United States and more like Denmark is the way to go.
I hate her deliveries. She's just so shouty and silly.
Oh God, that Voldemort knows.
Yeah, I know.
Oh Jesus, that's like some people in our audience want to hate fucker. That like instantly ruins it. The nose has to go.
Mm-hmm.
I like. Okay, so they want the United States to be more like after all my ad homing, they want it to be more like Denmark. They want it to. I like this idea. Like if something works in another country, like, oh, you can't have that here. That's from somewhere else. That's wrong. Okay. If you insist, let's trailblaze. Let's come up with our own little path here. We can't replicate any other path of success because that's stealing, or that's not American. You're stealing foreign faggotry there.
Yeah,
what the fuck else is she saying? Oh my God.
It's completely absurd.
Yeah.
The mentality that you didn't create your business, the government did. The delusion that in order for the poor to get richer...
Oh my God, no. I can't even argue with her talking points because they're so goddamn retarded. No, we're saying that the government contributes to the ability for your business to thrive by the services it already provides via infrastructure, which is what you're reinvesting into when you pay taxes. How are we even arguing this?
I like how it's this idea like government stay out of my business. Bitch, are you American? Like the government, you should be fucking on your knees. You should be so fucking grateful that they protect your worthless ass.
Seriously.
That they're willing to be like, okay, we're going to defend these citizens and we're going to provide some things for them because we live in a civilized society. But no, these people are it's such childish bullshit. Like, stay out of my business. Stay out of my room, Mom. That's what it is. That is what this is. This is like never moving out of your teenage years.
Yeah, well, ironically, these are the same people that say things like nanny state or mother state. So they're not having any issues at all.
Oh yeah, look. If it's a state government, especially if it's a very conservative-leaning state government, then it's fine. You know, a government that discriminates against the faggots, that's fine. But if it's the big mean Obama government, no can do.
It's my big government.
Rich need to get poorer. The notion that more government regulation and White House mandates will somehow create prosperity. Well, I beg to differ. See, when I think of the American dream, I think of...
I love this too. It's such a mathematical binary view of the world. We just need prosperity. Never mind that some of those regulations are for very good purposes. You can't just have businesses dumping shit, like toxic shit in lakes or something.
No.
Never mind that. I like that. It's like, or it's like these people who are like, look, we can't do anything to fight climate change because it might harm profits. You know, let's just let the planet die. That's fine. As long as we're making money, that's fine. As long as the numbers are going up, things are clearly going okay. Wow.
Yeah, especially if those numbers are just a generalistic curve and have no actual connotation to the distribution in America. That's especially good. We just like a rise in the GDP. I don't care if it's being distributed.
That is just that's a new level of just retardation. Like, as long as we're making money, we're fine. There's no other problems.
Hard work, not being well off, but better off. Less government and more innovation. Yes, the working class needs a break, but listen.
What a meaningless statement.
That was literally how far? No.
Luckily, this was short.
55 seconds of buzzwords. We haven't said anything.
Yeah, I like that. That is like the most meaningless thing I have heard ever. Less government, okay, child, and more innovation. More innovation in what? You can't just say that. Oh yeah, we're just gonna have more. making profits doing the same shit over and over is not innovation.
It's been 55 seconds of buzzwords, guys.
Innovation has been like
innovation just means all innovation means is coming from the private sector. Of course, these are the people that are delusional enough to think that the government, which is made up of people, is so obsessed with money that they would betray the people, but businesses never would because they're less obsessed with money, or these people are retarded, actively retarded.
Yeah, innovation stopped meaning something a long time ago.
Seriously.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
All right. Well, that was fun, Tommy.
Good. That means I can disregard everything you've ever said.
Goodbye, Tommy.
What a bimbo.
This guy.
Christ. All right. Oh, Jesus. We're going to do Justin Trudeau.
Ramadan.
We're just running through
the pain.
You knew he had to do it, too.
Of course.
Salam alaikum.
That hiss, though. This is professional Canadian television, right? Listen.
Yes, hello. It is Prime Minister Justin
No, listen
Trudeau.
to the air hiss.
Wow. Standards have really gone down in Canada.
Assalamu alaikum. Today, Muslims in Canada and around the world will join together to observe Ramadan, a month of prayer, fasting, and spiritual
Oh my
reflection.
God, listen to him try to pronounce this shit.
So what you're telling me is now's the time to strike while they're hungry and weak?
Ooh.
That's all I heard. I heard now is the time to go to war with Muslims because they're hungry now.
Not a bad idea.
Time for a first strike.
Though. It's so funny because he's like, yes, Muslims and Ramadan. Like, dude, you're Canadian. Just stop.
When the Muslim Brotherhood used to say Assalamu alaikum to me, I used to say salami and bacon.
As one of the 5 pillars of Islam, Ramadan is an opportunity for Muslims to recommit their faith in God. It is also an opportunity to reaffirm one's commitment to the principles of charity, compassion, and devotion.
Please don't kill me, bro.
As Muslims across Canada use Ramadan as a time to help those less fortunate.
Or a time to just, not eat or drink water in public during the daytime and eat early in the morning. And I mean, it's, what do you're assuming these people all go out and do charity for 30 days. That's absurd.
Yeah, I like this because I don't know everything about Trudeau. I'm assuming he's secular, like not particularly religious. But is this urge like I'm going to refer to this in holy terms? Like, no, that's what that is to them. To you and to the rest of us, it is literally like stupid starving yourself. That is what this is. We don't need to sit here and say, "Oh, look how special and beautiful this is." This is counterproductive to living. This is retarded. Can we have some courage to call things what they are anymore?
No.
This is stupid. This is a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. I now proudly announce that Canada is officially an Islamic nation.
We are reminded of how all Canadians benefit from our diversity and how we...
That's just a statement you make. Prove it. Prove that I'm so tired of hearing our strength is in our diversity. You got a citation for that, or?
You know what group believes in that the least? Muslims.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
We are made strong not in spite of our differences, but because of them.
Yes, a group that's constantly infighting is clearly stronger than a group that has absolutely no infighting as in an insular community.
Yeah, I like that too. Like, it's just vague differences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Justin, I'm sure we could agree on some differences within communities that are troublesome, that are not good things to have in a country.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine here. This totally makes sense. Let's just have some infighting within our culture. That always makes for a stronger culture, right?
Clearly.
We are all so fortunate to live in a country where people of all faiths are treated with dignity and respect, and where our diversity is celebrated as the source of our shared prosperity.
He's a human soundboard now.
Yeah, I like he's saying it too. You got to respect.
Yeah,
they're giving respect.
I mean,
here
how
in
many
Canada.
how many times has he said the word diversity in 55 seconds?
Oh, jeez.
Like 4 times? I mean, what are we doing here?
Just to hammer it home, there's diversity among the times he said diversity.
Jesus.
This year, those observing Ramadan will be faced with an even more demanding fast as it falls during our long summer days. For while the days may be long, I'm confident that members of Canada's Muslim community will find strength and comfort in their faith, their family, and their community.
Okay.
On behalf of
here's another moment when we need to be honest with ourselves. What he just said, did that not just sound super lame to you?
Well, and it's not good. I mean, it's just not a good thing to say. He's saying that they're going to find comfort in faith, family, and their community. I don't want that.
That really sounds like we're building a diverse community.
I don't want that. I would like them to just celebrate normal Canadian stuff if they're going to be in Canada.
Yeah. It doesn't. You might have diversity in Canada, but you don't have a melting pot. You have a couple of these insular communities that keep to themselves.
Why is he doing this? Because he's scared.
Oh yeah, clearly.
He's doing this because he's scared. He's doing this to minimize the chances of further terrorist attacks. He's not wrong. He's just wrongly motivated when he says things like, by insulting Islam, we promote Muslim attacks. He's not wrong. He's just wrongly motivated in his then saying, "Oh well, then we shouldn't do anything." Yeah,
that should concern you, Trudeau. I just like this. It's this. He's just so cheesy. Like they elected the cheesiest guy ever to be Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, the Ramadan falls in our hot summer days, and I hope the Muslims have the strength to continue. Dude, can we not do this? Can we stop trying to make this seem like some amazing ritual? Like,
seriously,
why are you cocksucking this? Why are you building this up as if it's something I should respect? I'm not Muslim. You're not Muslim. We are not obligated to recognize this as a holy holiday.
Nope.
So kindly fuck off.
No, and the 1% of Muslims that exist in my country, I don't have any intention of making it a point to celebrate Ramadan with them, thank you.
Yeah, even though they are trying to proselytize and spread it to people of other faiths, that is something that's happening.
Liberal Party of Canada, I'd like to send my very best wishes to all those celebrating this holy month.
All right, that's it for you.
I expect you to do a video for Easter, bitch.
He won't.
Oh,
he won't do anything for any of these.
What a wretched puke.
It's just become about making sure the Muslims aren't angry. It's the same. It's ironically the same kind of pattern we saw with African Americans in the 60s and 70s, and now we're just doing it with Muslims. Do not ever say anything to ever offend them, please. We can't. They get angry and they break stuff. Stop.
I think we're going to do the Libertarian case against spanking.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
This is something else.
Where's that at?
That's in the second row.
Does spanking violate the non-aggression?
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my god, he has like a fucking manifesto on the wall.
Oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the enemy to you.
I need just a second. What the hell?
Oh my god. I wish I had a drink with me.
What the hell?
Look at this mouth breathing mongoloid.
All right, let's just get through this.
Principle. Well, let me first define spanking. Spanking is the slapping of children, which is used as a form of punishment. This is clearly a violation of the non-aggression principle, since it is the initiation of force against a helpless and defenseless child.
Oh my god.
Human embodiment of autism.
I get so creeped out when they mention the non-aggression principle.
What the fuck am I even looking at?
It's I'm like, okay, who's the cult leader? When are people gonna start getting stabbed?
Seriously.
Please don't mention this. Okay, so I didn't even think that this was possible. This was a video that was going to be made, but I suppose it works perfectly because children getting spanked is an initiation of force from some state or whatever, the household, against helpless children. Yeah, and this is comparative to state violence. Okay.
Any principled libertarian should be against spanking, since it's clearly a violation of the non-aggression principle. Now, many parents...
What the hell is your concept that you cannot spank your child because it's against the non-aggression principle? You're insane.
Hold up, I need to run everything through my filter. Excuse me, sir, this violated the non-aggression principle.
That's insane.
Spanking
Beep, boop,
as a way...
bop.
It really is.
To punish their
Yeah.
kids, and in hopes of using spanking as a way to condition their children, and having their children avoid unpreferable behavior in the future by using...
We are all aware of what spanking is, you child molester.
This spanking practice.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see a
That's
video.
what it
that felt
is.
the need
You're
to explain
uncomfortable
that
with
to me.
spanking because it involves you getting aroused in the process, doesn't it?
This is not negative reinforcement. Many confuse punishment with negative reinforcement. There's a difference between negative reinforcement and punishment. Negative reinforcement...
I don't think you understand the terms you're using.
Ever.
Wow. I was raised by a behavior therapist, friend. You're already making a mistake here. By no means is what you're describing negative reinforcement. Everybody uses that wrong. You're using it wrong right now. Stop, please.
He's not going to.
Reinforcement is just the removal of an unpleasant stimulus to increase a certain behavior. For example, honking or leaning on your car horn to get a car that's in front of you or blocking your way. Honking on your horn to get the car to move out of your way is negative reinforcement.
You retard, that's positive punishment. That is the addition of a stimuli to decrease or change a behavior. Negative reinforcement would be an entirely different... It's so hard to apply negative reinforcement, which is why it's not typically used as a tool of social change. What are you even getting at here? Are you against honking? Is that the initiation of force? What are we even...
Well, I mean, that clearly violates the non-aggression principle. It's initiating some aggression, Hagbar. There's some tension in the air when you honk.
Now, I'm going to get into this from a deontological point of view. I'm not going to get into this argument from a consequentialist point of view or utilitarian point of view.
Well, then why are we having this discussion?
Wow. I love these people.
We're already done here.
What world do you even live in where this is how you normally speak?
No, seriously, we're done here. No, I mean, even I understand where he's going with this, but if you're going to discuss this concept on an ontological principles measure, it's not worth it. This is purely a utilitarian and consequentialist issue. Does spanking your children produce better behaved and better functioning social beings? Yes or no? Beyond that, it's not worth discussing. You're wasting your time having that discussion.
You could probably make an argument that it does, because a lot of kids get spanked and, I mean, they're fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't...
You could absolutely
not,
make an argument it does,
from it,
but,
really.
but what he's going to do is discuss it from a how does one come to knowledge ideal. Like, how does one decide true morality? No. We used to kick assholes like you out of philosophy classes. I have no interest in having that discussion with you.
Yeah, as soon as someone mentions, like, oh, I know the true path to morality, run. Run fast.
As to why spanking is bad, it's going to be from a deontological point of view. So,
okay.
There are too many variables involved to link spanking with how people turn out later in life. That's why I'm not going to go into the consequentialist arguments against spanking. I'm sure there is a load of data which suggests children who are not spanked are better off than those who are subjected to such punishments as children.
Just making that leap. Do you have a feeling he was spanked?
That is very possible. No, he's making that leap because he's already decided that he's against spanking, which we haven't even discussed because we're trying to get past his ridiculous buzzword bullshit. Yeah, no, like he's come into this conversation biased. He does not have an objective look on this. He's just assuming, without even self-admittedly not looking at the stats, that children who were not spanked come out better than children who were spanked.
Well, yeah,
Find
you
me
would
those
think
stats
if that were the
before we
case,
even dare to continue this.
yeah, and you would think that if that were the case, he would want to discuss this from, you know, a consequentialist angle because he'd have data to back him, but he doesn't. So,
then why the fuck is he making this video?
But I'm not about to decipher through all of that data to make the point that spanking is wrong. All you need to know is that spanking is bad because it involves the initiation of force. Very simple. It's wrong for the same reason murder is wrong.
If something requires force
and kidnapping
force happens, it's wrong.
So all the
it's
consequentialist
wrong.
arguments against spanking.
It's wrong for the same reason murder is wrong. I think we've had enough of you. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah, that guy's something else.
Be gone.
Get out. All right.
Libertarian, leave.
Oh Jesus, they're so bad. All right. Thinking what else we can do. We're gonna do our old friend. We're gonna do American imperialism.
Interesting dilemma. Today I'd like for you to ask.
By the way, just for some, we've played 2 of his videos before. He is a friend of Tim's.
Is this the lunatic that always has like the worst audio on the planet? He's like one of these. He sounds like one of the black nationalist guys.
Yeah, he's very nasally, and he made a resist capitalism video, and then he made the anti-amazing atheist video.
Yeah,
those are the ones we watched.
All right.
Ask yourself the question: what exactly is the current American government fighting for? What are soldiers dying for? The stereotypical answer would seem to be freedom. However, our current military and economic policies, or domestic policies, I should say, not economic.
Not always the freedom of Americans, though. I mean, we've even talked about on this show how we send in the military to aid other countries who don't have militaries like ours.
What is he?
He's going to shit talk imperialism.
Well, I'm trying to understand what he's talking about when he's talking about our national policy, our domestic policies. I'm curious to what the hell he's talking about.
This has nothing to do with it. Well, a little bit, but that's irrelevant. Seem to be pretty counterintuitive to the ideals of freedom, whatever that even means anymore. I didn't realize that freedom involved revoking the privacy freedoms of your citizens. I didn't realize freedom included taking away the freedom to live their lives in peace.
Okay,
thousands upon hundreds of thousands of innocent Syrian and Iraqi civilians and refugees.
Oh my god, what are you even talking about, dude?
Okay, I like this argument too. Like, oh no, they violated my privacy. They looked at my texts. They looked at my emails. Okay.
Well, even that, they're not looking. They're just collecting at this point. They would look. What it is they're building a database so that if your name comes up, they can immediately pull all of your back data instead of waiting months to get the fucking information.
That's clearly tyrannical, Akbar.
You nutball. And
It's
I've
tyrannical.
actually gotten to the point where I don't accept the argument of we're fighting for national interests as being a bad thing. I'm completely fed up with that concept. As opposed to, what else
we need to fight for world interests.
Yeah, as opposed to, because, you know, every other country fights for national interests, right? We can't be the only ones not doing so. That's not how the game is played internationally, ladies and gentlemen. You have to acknowledge the reality that we're competing with China. We're competing with Iran. We're competing at this point with a couple of countries in Central America. That's how this works.
Competition is thick.
See, whenever you hear the American government use this freedom dogma, it is purely code for imperialism or a resource crusade. I don't particularly consider it as a very...
Listen to that language. It's a resource crusade.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than the Crusades. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
This guy really is something else. He has such a warped view of reality.
Well, and the most terrible delivery style I've ever seen on a fucking YouTube content creator.
Yes, look, this might be mean too. This isn't for everyone, guy. Like we can't all get on camera. We can't all even put our voice out there.
And I love this. Like, what is this? The 1940s or 1930s fucking political cartoon, wherein Puerto Rico desperately wants to become part of America. Cuba, many of its citizens have fled Cuba because they desperately want to join America. Alaska, we bought. Hawaii, we've owned for decades. The Caroline Islands we've owned since World War II. The Philippines we won fair and square in World War II. That's how these things work.
You know what? No, Hagbard. We should have left the Philippines in Japanese control.
We should have just left. Well. We should have just left. Oh, and when we just leave, people cry because then the region goes to war and it's our fault. So there's no winning.
Then come back America and then it's like, oh wait, no, fuck America, get out.
Yeah, there's no winning.
Freedomistic thing to fund terroristic and Salafi organizations and provide resources and supplies to Salafi nations, which include, but are not limited to, Saudi Arabia, Al-Nusra, not a nation, but an organization.
Wow.
So you got Saudi Arabia.
Organization and many other organizations that are insurgent terrorist forces that we help fund. And as a matter of fact, Saudi Arabia is head of the Human Rights Council, which is...
Everyone keeps saying that. Even that's not true. They're just part of the Human Rights Council. They're one of the chairs of the Human Rights Council. They're not the head. You're the one buying propaganda, dude.
No, it's clearly us. It's clearly us. This guy's mind is clean, very objective.
A pure sign of corruption, considering Saudi Arabia executes, or even not even executes, but beheads countless amounts of people.
They don't execute, but they behead. Okay, that made sense. Wow, you're right. This guy has just the worst delivery. And Saudi Arabia, they execute. I mean, they don't execute. They behead.
Yeah.
Dude, just be a viewer. Stop this shit. Shut this down. This isn't working. Actually, no. You're good for us. Keep going.
Yeah, seriously. But I don't understand why. I mean, you have to do something besides this. You must know that. You can't just put this still image up and kind of ramble for a minute.
Yeah, at least have changing images. That'd be something.
I mean, really. It's completely insane.
This is content, Hagbard. Put up a still image and ramble.
Each year, and for very inhumane purposes as well, such as homosexuality or apostasy and those kinds of lovely things that you see in the Middle East. But yes,
I'm sure
I don't consider
you would make excuses for it though, because you're repulsively progressive.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't make excuses for him. No.
Well, I mean, we can talk about this, but are you talking about all Muslims?
Obviously.
Yes, every single last one. Or Taz was trying to start a hashtag yes all.
Hashtag yes all Muslims.
Yes. We're done with that faggot.
You're gone.
I can't
take another
worthless.
word. I can't take another fucking word.
All right. Oh, this is something. Okay, prepare to cringe. This is one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. And that would be the one with all the numbers on top. This is an AJ Plus video.
Oh no.
If I learned one lesson from my time with the CIA, it is this. Everybody believes they're the good guy.
Yes.
So I guess you can see where this is going.
But do you think that was deep?
It was so deep. It was so deep. It was the intro.
Seriously.
That's how they decided.
Yeah,
that was the best foot forward.
You think this is deep? You think this is new? The concept that even the most people. Do you think Hitler thought he was a bad guy? Do you think Stalin thought he was a bad guy? Do you think Mao thought he was a bad guy?
Literally no one has ever thought they were the bad guy, and it is completely irrelevant and unimportant because there are bad guys.
Oh, retard.
I don't care if they. Of course, they don't think they're the bad guy. Like,
What's
is
your
that
point?
the only way we're supposed to identify people who are in the wrong?
Well, then the Crusades were fine. By your logic, the Crusades were fine. By your logic, dropping the atom bombs on Japan, I shouldn't have any second thoughts about that whatsoever. I mean, they thought they were the good guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Conversation over. Done.
Okay, video done. Thanks, AJ Plus.
Fuck me.
I was an officer with the CIA clandestine service and worked undercover on counterterrorism and intelligence all around the world for almost 10 years. The conversation that's going on in the United States right now about ISIS and about the United States overseas is more oversimplified than ever. Ask most Americans whether ISIS poses.
I wonder who's contributing to that.
Yeah.
It couldn't be people like Al Jazeera.
No, not at all.
Because I mean, they just have their coverage is so long videos, very detailed. They go into every single detail. They try to look at things from all sides.
Mm-hmm.
They don't leave anything to doubt.
Not at all.
Al Jazeera, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
My
they're
favorite
completely
news.
objective reporters.
Oh yeah, they have their own reporters after all.
Is an existential threat to this country, and they'll say yes. That's where the conversation stops. If you're walking down.
We just had a guy commit the largest mass shooting in American history who was in direct contact with ISIS. Okay. But you're going to sit here and argue that ISIS is not a threat to the United States.
Yeah, Dwarven Centurion, exactly. Why do you think she's willing to be on camera? Because she was nothing. She was an analyst, more than likely. She sat back at fucking the head offices and was an analyst. She wasn't a field agent or anything.
Yeah, no.
The street in Iraq or Syria and ask anybody why America dropped bombs. You get, they were waging war on Islam. And you walk in America and you ask, why were we attacked on 9/11? And you get, they hate us because we're free. Those are...
No, those are stereotypes. I've never heard somebody answer that in that manner in a decade. You're talking about some guy with a fucking United States flag plastered across his back windshield, spitting dip out of a
Make
cup.
America Great Again hat.
Yeah, you're a joke. This is an old stereotype you're playing with here.
Yeah, no. But I mean, if they're going to ask, they didn't hate us because we were free. They hated us for probably, reasons of obscenity or stuff like that are typically things that are cited.
Yeah.
Freedom, I don't know. No.
Stories manufactured by a really small number of people on both sides who amass a great deal of power and wealth by convincing the rest of us to keep killing each other.
Oh yeah, that's
I
all.
think
it
the
is.
question.
It's just a profiteering game.
Yeah.
That's all. So
irrelevant.
Basically, there's no motives.
There's
irrelevant.
no
motives beyond finance.
Irrelevant. If the ground soldiers don't believe that, it's irrelevant. You're having a conversation that doesn't mean anything. It's, okay, so what do we do? Kill all the imams that are preaching that these people should go to war? Even if the imams don't believe that, there's anything to be gained from it but some profit? What do we do? What's the solution then? We just ignore it? Just because they think they're right, we just ignore it?
Look, Hagbard, they just want to make money. It's not like they actually believe this. It's not like this is a conviction.
We need to be asking, as Americans, examining our foreign policy, is whether or not we're pouring kerosene on a candle. The only real way
Oh my.
to disarm your enemy is to listen to him.
Holy shit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let that sink in. Yeah. Listen to them. Listen to the beheaders. Listen to those who put on suicide vests. Okay.
Let's listen to
have a
their
talk.
story.
Let's have
Hear
an
them
honest
out.
talk.
If you're
let's listen to their story.
brave enough to really listen to their story, you can see that more often than not, you might have made some of the same choices if you'd lived their life instead of yours.
Holy shit, no.
Yeah, I always hear that's the same thing. What's his fucking face said, where
Nick
it's like
Glenn.
maybe you'd put on a fucking suicide vest. No, I wouldn't.
And it's terrifying that Nate Glenn even considered that to be an option. That revealed so much about him in terms of maybe suicidal tendencies, a giving up on life mentality, just going out in a blaze of glory. Look, if you're oppressed by the evil Jewish pigs, then it makes complete sense to strap on a suicide vest.
Yeah, you have to.
It kills some fucking kikes.
But even
that
if
makes
that's
sense.
true, that's a problem.
An Al-Qaeda fighter made a point once during a debriefing.
Oh, God.
He said all these movies that America makes, like Independence Day and Hunger Games and Star Wars, they're all about a small, scrappy band of rebels who will do anything in their power with the limited resources available to them to expel an outside, technologically advanced invader.
Jesus Christ. Fantastic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, these are completely comparable.
Yeah.
And what you don't realize...
When I think about this, and like the rebels in Star Wars, I just remember how they were always, chopping off heads and hands.
Yeah, I remember their overwhelming need to control. I remember that they wanted to impose their will and belief systems on the entire galaxy.
They were stoning adulterous Ewoks.
Yeah. I remember them being incredibly socially conservative. I remember them not being led by a female. I remember them having overwhelming spiritual beliefs as the rebel forces, not the Jedi, but the rebel forces.
Oh yeah, completely similar.
He said, is that to us, to the rest of the world, you are the Empire, and we are Luke and Han. You are the aliens, and we are Will Smith. But the truth is, when you talk to the people who are really fighting on the ground, on both sides, and ask them why they're there, they answer with hopes for their children.
Well, then they're doing it wrong. If that's what they want, then they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, like we could weeb sob stories all day about like mafiosos.
Yeah.
Or like people in the fucking mob and like, oh, they're just doing this for their family. For
I
their
want my
children.
family to have a better
they're doing
life.
Horrible shit.
Yeah, I want my family to have a better
life. For
life.
their family, so it's okay.
Yeah, I want my family to have a better life. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
That would be
if I destroy parts of my country's infrastructure because I dislike the people in charge of the government, then it's totally fine because my family will have a better life when I destroy elementary schools and shit, right?
It's this interesting moral stance. Like what do you think of Walter White? He's doing this for his family, but is he a good person? No, he's not. He's doing all manner of horrible shit, but he has good motivation, sure. Not even that, and this is me giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Do you think she realizes
people
that
in ISIS are even doing it for their families?
Yeah. Do you think she realizes that, essentially speaking, the chat's already said it several times, this is why you're not with the CIA anymore. You were convinced by your enemy that you were wrong. This is why you got fired.
She's emotionally compromised. She's no good.
Yeah,
in that kind of position.
Useless. She's useless, and that's probably why they left you in whatever shithole they left you in.
Specific policies that they think are cruel or unfair.
Yeah, like not allowing them to practice their religion to a T. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And while it may be easier to dismiss your enemy as evil, hearing them out on policy concerns is actually an amazing thing, because
Can I discuss how I have policy concerns about any implementation of Islamic beliefs in my country, or?
Yeah, I like this. Like, look, they just want to talk about policy, and this was the only way they could get our attention.
Yeah.
Heading. Okay, look, you got our attention, guys. Now let's have a nice, meaningful chat about foreign policy.
Look, the guy who has his knee on the area between another man's shoulder blades and takes his hair and pulls his head back, and then takes a good minute and a half with a shitty old rusty knife to saw his head off. That guy's not a subhuman psychopath. Just an FYI. Just to clarify,
yeah, I mean, like,
that guy's not a subhuman psychopath.
Why are you calling that guy evil, Hagbard? You didn't even hear him out.
Yeah, those guys are like the rebels from Star Wars, am I right?
It's fucking Luke and Han.
Yeah, Luke and Han regularly took Thermex explosives and strung them up along their captors and then blew the captors' heads off using what we usually use to level trees. That was something Luke and Han would have regularly endorsed, right?
I mean, look, Hagbard, when you're under the oppression of the Galactic Empire...
Listen, when you're being oppressed, sometimes you have to kill some younglings, all right? It just happens. But, you know, he was a good guy, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, everyone thinks they're the good guy.
Fucking nightmare.
As long as your enemy is a subhuman psychopath that's going to attack you no matter what you do, this never ends.
See?
No.
Palestine.
This never ends because there are subhuman psychopaths.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's racist.
Yeah, imagine that.
Ugh.
But if your enemy is a policy, however complicated, that we can work with.
No. The same way my enemy is not just a religion. My enemy is people who actually hold these ideas.
Essentially, that is a logical fallacy that is known as the, middling fallacy or some shit, where essentially you say, listen, if there are two opposing ideas, whatever is in the middle of those two opposing ideas is clearly the truth.
Oh yeah, that is so annoying.
Kindly fuck off. That's ridiculous.
Chewie was known to rip the arms off Gungans.
For fuck's sake.
That was fun. That was really fun. All right. Oh my god. We kind of have to do it. We're gonna do most racist YouTuber. I know. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cut to the middle too, because the first part of this video is just him wandering around.
Assalamu alaikum.
I get what he's trying to do, where he's trying to look like the other video, but he does it very badly.
Oh yeah, this guy. I love all these like first world Muslim douche bros.
Yeah,
they really are something else.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of them.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. I don't know why I'm acting like Rick Ross.
You weren't. You were acting like the little Asian kid.
We're skipping this part. Skip to the.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Doomy gang.
All right. Yeah, this is him wandering around for like an hour.
Wanders around. All right.
I'll never understand what happened.
Yeah, he's
there.
gonna watch.
By the way,
what's his name?
By the way, you guys can say whatever you want. This motherfucker's wearing lipstick, or some form of a lip balm or something. He's got shiny ass fucking red lips.
And the guy he's about to play, his name is Amos Yee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That kid's funny.
Amos Yee, motherfucker.
I'll get him a LeBron James. What's up, Adoomy gang? So I just got home.
Look at those pink ass lips.
There's about 30 minutes left for iftar, so I decided to do something a little different today.
Did you spread the lipstick out evenly, or?
Oh God, he's rocking the cursed fabric, the plain white T-shirt.
Of course.
This is how you instantly trigger me.
I'm gonna react to a video because a lot of people have been DMing me and showing me this video where like this racist guy is saying something about
racist.
Just immediately. I like how he tried to say it like quickly.
It's
like,
the same thing. No, it's
breath.
the same thing that if you've seen the Tony, Tony, whatever his name is, the guy over there that gets yelled at all the time for being racist. Muslims just run up and call him racist. It's amazing. Just call him racist. I'd laugh in your
Tony
fucking
Blair?
face. Yeah, or whatever his name. I don't remember his name off the top of my head anymore. But the short, angry guy who gets fucking lambasted all the time as being an anti-Islamic guy or having Islamophobia. But it's racism all the time. That's all I hear constantly. Racism, racism, racism. No, I dislike your shit-eating belief.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with race. It's especially strange here because Amos is from Singapore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something I haven't watched it yet. Let's see this video. Okay, so the video is called "Refuting Islam with Their Own Quran."
Oh, by the way, I love this. First and foremost, this is the video in which he starts crying about respect, and also he just gets mad at the verses and then tries to requote them and fails.
Oh yeah. He has to call someone in at some point to actually translate for him or interpret.
Yep.
Censored.
Yes, it is I, Amos, with another episode of Amos Yee. This bread from Muhammad's God-given anus, scavenged from the Holy Land, Lord of the Andals, first of his name. I say the humble Meccans, stone the defiers and rape women in the ass. Hala snorting toenails, flying monkey socks. Wela vi, se el hombre la cera. Ay carambra, veranite la noche.
For the record, he probably speaks Spanish. That's not him, like, being, off color. A lot of people in Singapore speak Spanish.
No, he's clearly a racist hackbar.
Yeah.
He was appropriating Spanish culture.
Yeah, like a lot of people in Singapore speak Spanish.
I am.
Singapore.
Stoned.
Alright.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I don't have it saved, but I've seen the video of Amos fucking with this dude for 20 minutes, just poking him and trying not to laugh on camera. It was amazing. Everyone was like, I don't like this. He's just, he's not making any points. What points do you make against an idiot like this? You can't make a point with this fucking faggot.
It's not worth actually debating.
No, you can't make a point with this fucking faggot. Are you kidding me? All he's going to do is call you a racist and say you don't deserve to touch his book, for fuck's sake.
Now that's scary language too. You don't even deserve to touch it.
He says that. Okay. He says that in this.
Yeah, he does. So, especially, like, what are you going to do? Cut off hands?
Of course, that's their
from
thing.
Doing that?
That's their thing. They like to cut off limbs. That's kind of their fetish.
That's why you cannot touch my holy book.
First of all, what the heck? Like, this dude is he's stoned. He's high. What the heck is he doing? This is so ignorant. And I'm looking at it right now.
Oh my God, you're so ignorant. Don't be so ignorant. Jesus Christ.
I don't know if he's high. I think he's just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a silly little Asian boy. But that's his thing. It's his style. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Why you hating, dog?
Dude has 40,000 subscribers. He has a pretty decent amount of...
1 million. That's even more obscene.
Yeah, but he's a crybaby bitch.
Why?
So, yeah, he's a crybaby bitch, so that's just what he does.
Oh, God.
Subscribers. It looks like he's a YouTuber, and he's disrespecting one of the biggest religions in the world. There's even 7,000 thumbs up.
I like that mentality too. Oh, because it's big, because a lot of people are in this group, you can't make fun of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
And FYI, I'm fairly certain he said he was stoned as an attempt to out what he says at the end of the video, which is, I'm probably going to go to jail for this. But if he says he was intoxicated, Singapore still has intoxication ramification laws. So he can actually get a lesser sentence due to saying he was intoxicated when he did it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's now gone on and been on camera like 6 other times talking shit to this guy, but...
7,000 thumbs up in this video in the first 30 seconds.
And I love how puzzled he is that this was liked. He's like, how can anyone like this? How can anyone like this?
This is a perfect example of a Muslim who's detached from any kind of debate, any kind of discussion. He just wants to live in his perfect little bubble. Don't make fun of anything I hold dear. Like, look, guys, just let me have my fun. I'm not harming anyone. I'm just living my life.
Yeah,
I'm just worshiping Allah.
Yeah, fuck your
like, no,
dumpster ass religion.
Yeah, no, fuck you. Like you don't get to be exempt from this. Put up shields, guys. Times.
Yeah, your religion is a cum dumpster that's been set on fire. How's that for respect?
Why you disrespecting Hagbar? Disrespecting one of the biggest religions in the world, dog.
Seconds, he's disrespected 1.6 billion people in the world, but it's all good. It's ignorant people. Let's continue on and watch what he has to say.
Bunch of ignorance.
By the way, I have really good headphones on. His mother and I think sister or something are screaming in the background. You can hear it if you're headphoned up.
Dude, you have 1 million subs. Don't you make enough money to live by yourself?
You would think.
What the fuck? You're not doing this right.
Islam teaches good morals, sexism. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed and find...
Hold up. What?
Why didn't you let it finish?
He couldn't even bear to hear it. Like, oh, someone's talking shit about my religion. I can't even listen to this shit.
Is this freaking ratchet boy with a weave saying? Like, he just translated it.
Why are you using black slang First and foremost,
Ratchet
you're not
blow with a
black.
weave
You're
for a
not black.
Singapore kid.
You're not black. He's not black. He's not ratchet, and he's not wearing a... Do you know what weave means, you dumb twat?
He's ratchet. Yo, Amos, you ratchet dog.
You're mentally deficient, aren't you?
Yes.
The most BS of the Quran. He just translated the Quran in his way. He said, if you think your wife is arrogant, beat and rape them. In Islam, anyone who rapes anyone would get stoned to death. That is not allowed in Islam. Raping anyone is not allowed.
Except your sex slave and your wife.
I like the way he says it. Even giving him the complete benefit of the doubt. Look, in Islam, we don't tolerate rape. We stone rapists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better, friend.
Yeah, I know Muslim... I know
primitive capital punishment. Okay.
Yeah, I know Muslim teens love black culture. I think it's amusing. It's clear that they're liking to perpetuate the concept that they're being put upon as well. So, you know.
No, they're just hip dog. They're with it.
In Islam.
Slavery and rape. O prophet, we have made lawful to thee thy wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers, and those slaves whom thy right hand possesses out of the prison.
Alright.
Again, he cuts it. He can't let these finish because they're too honest.
What kind of point can you even possibly make? Like, I'm not even going to let you finish.
It's ridiculous.
So this weird kid who's on something right now, basically what he's doing, he's taking out stuff from the Quran and he's making it seem like...
No. That wasn't taken out of context. That's completely clear. You don't have... It doesn't matter. What context can you put in?
No.
I can have slaves.
Haggard, it's cherry picking and taking out of context if you read one single sentence. In each sitting, you have to read the entire book to fully understand.
He's making it seem
really hinted at.
Seriously.
Really bad by translating it into his own. It's like doing this. It's like someone having a story about me, and he takes out one line where it said, Adam killed this person. And then imagine showing that person.
Well, did you kill a person? That's really what this all... That's really what this all hinges on, you see, because if they take the words, Adam killed someone, out of the context, and it's still true, then it's still true.
Yeah, I like how he goes to that example, and then he's going to say something like, "Oh, but you forgot the other parts. You forgot what led up to me killing a person," as if that makes it any better.
For fuck's sake.
Person one line, Adam killed that person, but you didn't read the whole line. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to free slaves. He used to help slaves. He used to eat with slaves. So I don't know what this dude is saying. We're all slaves.
No. He freed the enemy's slaves to join him. That's technically the same thing that Abraham Lincoln did. But no one wants to talk about it that way.
Yeah, sure. That's true. I mean, we can't deny that. I like he goes to this point. Like, you know, look, he freed slaves, and because he can't deny that Muhammad had slaves, including sex slaves, including children, he has to go to, look, we're all slaves. Just completely misanthropic. We're all slaves of Allah. We're all worthless shit. This is the best we've got. We might as well serve the master.
Yeah.
We might as well twerk for master.
Yeah, well, and you see, it's fine because he doesn't want slaves. He just wants them to be slaves of Allah.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Slaves. With that line he said, which is in the Quran, saying having slaves is fine, I'm gonna show you guys in the Quran the real way. He doesn't even deserve to hold the Quran or for Quran to be even that close to him. But I'm gonna show you guys.
I sprinkle dog hair on Qurans.
Amos, you don't deserve it.
Discuss.
You filthy Singapore child.
This is a fact.
Discuss.
Discuss.
On something.
I enjoy the concept that people are handling filthy Qurans out there. Is that a problem? Does that bother you?
We should have a burning rally. Burn them.
I would like to hold it in a public square in my small town and see who turned out.
It would be interesting.
And what percentage,
or whatever your name is,
and what percentage of the 30,000 Arabs that go to the engineering school down the street showed up?
Oh yeah, you would get in the news. You would be in the news.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Which is, this is in the same surah of that line, so it connects with it. He's just taking it out, trying to make it into a negative, because that's what ignorant people
Well, clear it up then.
do. And it says, worship Allah and join none with him, and do good to parents, kinsfolk, orphans, the masakin, the neighbor who is near of kin, the neighbor who is a stranger, the companion by your side, the wayfarer.
We were talking about this earlier, in terms of like, this is what Jank was saying, like, oh, you can't call Islam peaceful or violent because it has both of these things. Again, I don't care. I don't care that there are parts, even if we're going to give you the complete benefit of the doubt that is not disingenuous, that's saying help orphans. Yeah, it says help orphans and kill infidels. No, thank you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck, I can help orphans by myself.
I'm usually all for taking the rough with the smooth, but no. Not this time.
No. Not in this case.
Yeah.
And those slaves whom your right hand passes. Are you listening, Agent Lion King? It says, do good. Do good. And
yes, but it also says do good by the definition of Islam.
Yeah, that's the only place you can do good. I mean, that's really the
awesome.
only.
This gentleman has now triggered both of the Arab speakers in our chat with his terrible Arabic.
It is pretty bad. Quran.
He sounds like he does sound like the character that Shaitan Atheist uses, doesn't he? The Quran.
Oh my God, they've become caricatures of themselves.
Yeah, well, that's because he's so goddamn removed from his own culture. That's why the second generation tends to be more dangerous than the first, because they feel removed.
Mm-hmm.
Has slaves in there, has masakin, the needy, and many, many more. So your point is not proven. Doomy Yang, there is some part.
Actually, it is. All his point was having slaves. You didn't renounce that.
You said that we were slaves of Allah.
And you just said it's fine to have slaves. You just have to do good by your slaves.
Define good.
In this video where it's absolutely insane. Like, he said some crazy. I do not even want to put it. I do not even want to show, because it's so ignorant. I do not even want you guys.
This is why Islam kills apostates.
To hear it, so I'm gonna skip some of it that he's saying.
They are so unpracticed.
Yeah.
Debate is kryptonite to them.
It is. This is why Islam kills apostates, because these fuckers can't handle having it put back at them. They're just like, I'm not going to show part of it. I'm going to edit him. It's not me editing him. It's so horrendous that I don't want you to see it. I'm helping you.
That should be a shirt. Like, this is why Islam kills apostates.
Seriously.
And whatever he's saying that's dumb, I'll back it up for you guys.
Since Allah said it, I now know that it is a fact that women are lower than me. I never liked women. Women smell weird and they have vaginas.
This guy is...
Does he not understand comedy?
He's like, I don't know, he's got his hands behind his head and he's like, oh my God, I can't even handle this.
Does he not understand comedy? Joke. And notice he cut some of the Quranic verses now. He doesn't want to show those, because the one that he quotes right there does actually say women are less than men. But you got to edit that out. You don't want to show that.
Never mind context, even though he was just bitching about it. Fuck you, dude.
Oh my God. First, is this man mad because he looks like a woman and he thinks like, that Islam is like, it's not, bro. We respect women. Muslims respect women like you with nice, beautiful hair.
Oh God.
Hair, nice, soft.
Okay, that doesn't sound like something a fucking misogynist would say. Look, we respect women. They've got the nice hair.
Yeah, we get it.
Fuck off.
We get it. You're a shitty human being. We understand this. It might have something to do with being a Muslim, but I doubt it. I think you just happen to enjoy your religion.
You also just happen to be a bad person.
Yeah, you enjoy your religion because it allows you an excuse to be a shitty human being.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh, we respect you, kid. All jokes aside, in Islam, we respect women. Heaven lies.
How many people live in your motherfucking house, dude? I've heard like 8 different voices you've had to try and trim off the tail end of this. Half of his cuts aren't him making mistakes. A full half of his cuts is some fucking person in his house shouting.
Mom, I'm trying to make more YouTube videos.
Why do people yell in your house so much, dog?
Well, there's some negative reinforcement going on.
I'm from a waspy family. There's no shouting in my house. Why are there shouting in Muslim houses, huh?
Look, it's just a little bit of spanking.
Be peaceful.
Nothing to worry about.
For fuck's sake.
Under our mother's feet, and our mothers is what? Women go through so much. They go through so much, and we would never ever disrespect women in any kind of ways.
Islam is the religion of peace.
Yes, Islam means peace.
He's so
wow. Look how
he physically flinched.
He's on the verge of crying, dude. Holy shit. Islam is peace.
That face when someone insults your sky wizard.
Yeah, oh my god. Fucking screen cap this.
Look at that poor face. Look at the poor puppy. It's okay.
How dare you insult my religion?
You can keep believing in your sky daddy if it makes you feel better.
Why are you disrespecting dog? Why are you being racist, dog?
Yeah, he's got a hard on for Amos, clearly.
Well, he even said he looked like a woman, so I don't know.
He'd plug that butthole.
Unbelievers' garments of fire shall be cut, and there shall be poured over their heads boiling water, whereby whatever is in their bowels and skin.
What are you struggling with? What's the problem here? This is just a Quranic verse. It's in the beautiful book you worship. What's the problem here?
Those are the parts I was ignoring, man. I wasn't. I can't justify this shit.
Bro,
peace.
He's like fucking
This
Rocky,
is the
dude.
religion of peace. Mind you, that's his reaction. That's his reaction to the religion of peace.
How dare you insult my religion of peace?
Yeah. I'm so mad, I'm gonna kill you for insulting the religion of peace. Nigga, you stupid. You know that, right? You stupid. And every one of you dumb fucks that react like this is stupid as fuck, too.
Yeah, thank you for proving our point.
Yeah, like I said, every time I say it, I'll say it again. If me insulting you makes you want to go join ISIS, get to walking.
Yep.
Bye.
Go join ISIS.
Have
Feel
fun. At least we'll know where to bomb.
Lucky it's the month of Ramadan right now, man. But it basically
See? Religion of peace. This is why I would like you to just be removed. Goodbye.
This is the face of insanity. Look
Remove
at this. This
kebab.
is like pure religious zeal.
This is literally, this whole reaction right here, let's rewatch this for a second, is remove kebab. This whole reaction.
Unbelievers' garments of fire shall be cut, and there shall be poured over their heads boiling water, whereby whatever is in their bowels and skin.
And begin remove kebab session.
Bro, it's lucky it's the month of Ramadan right now, man. But it basically.
Why? Why is he lucky? Is it because you would potentially physically assault him for him insulting your beliefs?
That part again.
Why are you so mad, man?
He's lucky I'm not in the same room.
Why are you so angry?
'Cause
Someone
he insulted
your
disrespectful.
Someone insulted your supposedly all-powerful sky daddy, and somehow you think you need to be the one to defend it? That seems a little weak, doesn't it? Why do you feel why do you feel the need to defend your supposedly all-powerful sky daddy? I don't understand. I would think that he would be perfectly capable of defending himself, or certainly wouldn't need your defense.
No, Hagbard, he needs servants.
You're gonna white knight the almighty Allah.
Yes. What an honor.
Basically says if you're an unbeliever, which is you're going to hell. That's what it says. If you're an unbeliever, you're going to hell. But he translated it and made it seem like it's a whole violent, like, whoa, so crazy. It's not. It really isn't. And it's
Well, that is what's prescribed in hell. So it still says that
How
that's
dare
that's,
you say
that's
hell
the
is
same.
violent? What?
Yeah, it indeed does say that.
What a nutter.
Islam, you get so many chances. You get forgiven so many times. Allah is the most forgiving. You know what? I'm gonna call my little big brother on you. I'm gonna call my little brother on you. Hey, yo, Mace!
Why?
Oh God,
We
he
have
went into
enough of
Hebrew
this.
Israelite mode.
Seriously, we have enough of this in America. We don't need more Muslims moving here and acting like hood rats. We have enough hood rats. We're good. Really.
we have
full
filled
up
our
on hood
quota for
rats.
hood rats.
We're up to the eyebrows in hood rats. We need no more. Really. Really well and truly. We need no more breeding pairs of hood rats. Really. We're good.
Mace! Come see this line, Mace? From unbelievers, the garments of fire shall be cut. He translated to put unbelievers in boiling water and iron. Huh? So that's basically.
Put افتح آية 17:15.
17:15. Where is it?
Oh God, he is a Hebrew Israelite now. Fuck me.
That's right.
Chapter 17, verse 15.
Isn't it something else? It's pretty scary when like, look, I need some help on this, bro. Oh, here's the specific verse you can look at to counter this.
Yeah.
This isn't obsessive or creepy at all.
Thank you, bro. Chapter 17, verse 15, it says...
You didn't even know it well enough, you had to call someone.
He's such a great Muslim.
Whoever goes right, then he goes right, only for the benefit of his own self. And whoever goes astray, then he goes astray to his own loss. No one laden with burdens can bear another's burden. And, this is the main one for you guys, and we never punish until we have sent a message to give warning. And...
Whoa, dude, you think that's a defense? That
Look,
literally...
Give a warning, Hagbard. That's all there was needed.
That literally means, listen, we won't punish you until we tell you that you need to stop or we're going to punish you. It's fine. We're fair. It's completely fine.
And to label that as barbaric or savage in any way will get you called racist.
What's the problem here? All I'm saying is that if you do something to offend me, I'll tell you, hey, if you do that again, I'll kill you. And then if I do it again, I've told you what will happen.
Hey, look, man, I let you know.
I warned you.
I gave the information to you. You were pre-warned, and you insisted
You chose to ignore my warning. I don't know why you would do that. I'm clearly allowed to do this.
Me? Obviously, I'm the arbiter of all things.
Yeah, I'm allowed to do this. Don't you understand?
I have God on my side, bitches.
Fuck me. No, go.
We never punish until we have sent a messenger to give warning, which means all the unbelievers will get a message of, they'll get a warning of what's wrong and what's right. They give them a warning. They don't just automatically just like put them to hell and like that. They get a warning, and let's say someone is doing wrong, they'll get a warning from Allah. Like let's say you'll get sick, I don't know, you get a warning, something will happen, and then you'll realize, oh, well, Allah just gave me a warning for me to get close to him. So that's what it means. I'm done watching this video. I'm seriously done.
Oh wow, so that's all you got through. Congratulations.
Okay, then we're done with you. Fuck off.
You useless fucking oh Jesus.
The fact that he has
Human
a million
parasite.
subs is a testament to how worthless YouTube is.
Human fucking parasite.
All right, I'm thinking we might do one more to finish up, and this is something a little more fun, or actually, yeah, I'm trying to think. I sent you a link, Hagbard. I guess it's a last minute thing, but it's a Facebook thing, so you might want to not screen share. But it's related to the Orlando thing.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
I gotta. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's do it over here.
Yeah, you should probably stop screen share. Because it's Facebook. And you probably don't want your Facebook out there.
No. There we go.
Yeah. So, and just while we're waiting here real quick, just for people who weren't here at the beginning, we are doing a show on Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will have Logic as a guest. And that's really cool. Also, if you'd like to send any videos to us, Twitter's a great way to reach us. And we would very much appreciate it. But yeah. It's all good. We are all good. See you in a Hagbard.
Yeah, it'll be a second.
Yeah. No, that guy, Adam Saleh, he has like 1 million subs because they're all like fangirls, probably. That's what people are saying in the chat.
So, female removal kebabs.
Pretty much. Yeah, they probably all get turned on when he stands up and goes ape shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tear down some non-believers.
Isn't he so manly?
So manly, dog.
Oh my god.
Like, look at him, the way he pounded his fist like Shia LaBeouf.
I can't wait for him to rape me.
Yeah, and his Arabic was terrible.
1 million subs of little girls. Fantastic.
Oh, it's gross. Gross. Yeah, I don't
Wow,
even
this
really
is
know. I know I've seen that guy around. I'm not sure what he does outside of that, though.
This is a not unsizable video.
Oh. Is it a no can do?
No, it's going.
Okay. Logic is awesome. Yep, he will join us. The great Logic will be among us. Yeah, and I guess among other people, and these people aren't set up, but I guess we could spoil it real quick. But we're looking into and we've been in contact with Mercedes Carrera to come on the show.
And this is true.
And I've been talking to Easy on Me, if you know that guy.
I don't.
He's pretty cool. He's another ex-Muslim guy.
Neat.
Yep. So that seems to be where we're going.
Come on, finish downloading, you silly program.
Finish, you worthless video. Yeah. Logic is the shit. Or I guess we have a guy called Logic Hammer in here. There's too many Logics. And then there's Logic Tree, but I keep it easy and I don't even call him Logic Tree. I just call him something else Tree. The tree's the important part.
He's a rapist. Everyone knows this.
Rape Tree.
It's just a fact. Everyone knows this.
I like that I've pinned the label of rapist to him without even really having to try.
Well, I mean, he's just so fucking rapey. What do you want?
I don't know. He does make a lot of moans in the chat, so it doesn't really help.
Not at all.
Doesn't really help his case. Oh, see? Okay, so some people know who Easy on Me is. NFP getting YouTube famous. What? We're not getting YouTube famous. I guess we're kind of famous. Among a certain
big
crowd.
deal, I guess.
I guess. Then again, you're pretty famous now, Hagbard.
Nope.
People know you.
Negative.
You're so famous. You're going to be saying that when you reach 100,000 subs.
Probably. Oh, please tell me that didn't go to the wrong fucking folder. No, okay, good.
Logic, I like to fuck kids tree.
So today has been
Oh god.
a thoughtful day.
Has it?
The shooting in Orlando plus
Oh god. Why? Why are you even having this discussion?
You know what? I would rather listen to Jank and Lexwell talk about this for hours.
Seriously.
I could take their opinions more seriously on this.
growing evidence that supports the intuitive feeling I already had, which is that our entire election is completely rigged and votes...
What?
Oh, this is my conspiracy theory. You can't have this. I made this one up like 4 days ago. Fuck off. When this happened, the day it happened, I thought of this. If she's going where I think it is. This is my conspiracy theory, and you can't have it.
She's appropriating it.
My conspiracy theory is that the shooting was allowed to happen by the FBI to throw the swing state Florida, which has a huge amount of votes in the Electoral College, to Trump. It's a solid conspiracy theory, and you're fucking with it.
Let's see where it goes. I haven't even seen this video.
don't count, even if we want them to, even if we hope they would. It's easy to fall into a space of hopelessness.
You do seem to struggle with depression, truth be told.
And, I mean, you're at the epicenter of this tragedy, really. You're not at all removed.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like, you are really the primary sufferer of this.
Mm-hmm.
Melinda.
Or anger, or fear. But for me, it's predominantly been hopelessness today. Feeling like, what's the point? I'm not doing enough.
Again, that's called depression, dear.
I can't make a dent. What can I do to ensure that there is a healthy and happy future available to my children and my children's children? And
You have absolutely no way to ensure that.
Yeah, you, as one of the common people, no. There's no solution.
You have no way to ensure that, ma'am.
the children of the earth.
Whoa.
Of course.
And
oh, that's why she's laying on the ground among the leaves. Gaia's children.
Yeah. No, TYT, you are glorified Googlers. You are not blocked.
The conclusion that I've arrived at is this. Yes, there are a lot of things that don't feel right. There's a lot of fear that's dominating our world right now.
I wonder why. I like the way that gets classified too. It's just people. Yeah. There's just fear for some reason.
And fear is bad, and it's always irrational. There's no such thing as rational fear.
Fearing it's negative vibes.
Yeah, there's only bigotry.
Fear real things.
There's only bigotry. There's no rational fear.
Of course. How could I forget?
Yeah.
What we have to be aware of is that while it is our human right to feel all emotions.
Is it though?
And especially with this shooting, grief and sadness and anger and hurt and all of those things are going to be a part of that emotional experience. We also have to recognize that those feelings will
Do you have a point?
Come and go if we allow them to, and we don't have them turn into a permanent state of being, meaning we don't allow them.
Here's some help. You were talking about the Orlando shooting. Can we get back to that, please?
No, there's no way we're ever going to see that again. This is moved on entirely to Gaia and the children of the fucking universe or whatever.
This video could have started out with anything. There was this terrible tragedy. I couldn't find my wheat thins. And this is really a proof that there's persecution against the children of Gaia.
Yeah.
Take away the hope and the love. Because that's exactly what... If we did that, we would basically be doing exactly what it is that the people who are creating these situations want us to do. We would be playing by the rules that they've written.
Oh, God.
Who's they?
It's the big they. I always ask that.
Anytime you hear orchestrated this false flag.
Yeah, anytime you hear that, just always think, what do you mean by they?
I'm just gonna go with Jews. That sounds right.
And we may have no faith in the system.
Wait.
I know that I don't.
Holy shit. Hagbard going mental on the Orientals.
Yeah, they've got a lot of those if you want to go look at the backlog.
Yeah, I was looking at those.
Yeah.
Who's Reese Celine? Is there like slash fiction for us now?
Apparently, yes.
Okay, interesting.
But I do have faith in humanity. I do have faith in the invisible strands that connect every single human being.
Oh my. Well then you're a lost cause.
We are not connected. Please stay away from me.
You have faith in humanity. You're a lost cause.
And I have faith in the oneness, the true oneness of us all. Because
I have faith in the one, man.
Yeah. We are all one. All of us are just one people.
We are Legion. The one. Whoa.
Except for them.
We are all one except for them. That could be another shirt.
An illusion. So the truth is that if we allow hopelessness to take over and run the show, then not only is that affecting us personally, but it's actually having a ripple effect on the entire collective.
Oh God. We're done.
Wow.
I think we've all felt the pain there.
Yeah. We could do one more if you would like. What are you thinking?
Sure, let's do one more.
Let's scroll up. I wanted to do the Christina edit. This is really something else. Okay, just to kind of explain, I don't even remember how I found this. This is like some conspiracy guy. And he's going to talk about the death of Christina Grimmie. And let's just watch. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Thank you for logging on to another episode of God's Talk TV. I'm your host, Mr. Michael Waglimi. This is season 2. If you're new to this channel, please tap that subscribe button, share your support as I bring more breaking news stories to a computer screen near you.
What? What the fuck?
Look at that fucking face. That's the face of crazy.
Wow.
Everything about this is just sending up red flags.
You
Holy
can
God.
also check this news story out at Gospel Talk TV on Twitter. Christina Grimmy.
I really hope that he has a handler.
It's another one, Hagbard. There's a lot of these people out there. And no, he probably doesn't have a handler.
Grimmy, the Grindmeister.
She's dead, dog. Stop.
The Grindmeister.
Dude, she's
holy
dead,
shit.
dog. Stop. Stop. She got shot, man. Stop. What are you doing?
How disrespectful.
Fuck.
Grindmeister. She was starved to become a big YouTube hit celebrity. She was starved to become a YouTube. Well, she was, and she gained a big audience on YouTube, like all YouTubers. I mean, she should have stayed on YouTube. Like I said, all you have to do is come up with yourself. Have confidence in yourself.
What did you find?
I don't know. I don't know how I find these. I just kind of go into this place of blindness, and
What
they suddenly appear in front of me.
Is this? Do you think it already has kids?
Well, let's look at some of the things in the room and determine that.
Depend on the Most High God within yourself, and as you do that, you will shine right where you at. Well, Christina Grimmy had that shot.
So, if you find the Most High God within yourself, just be high within yourself. Don't get big on YouTube. Is that because you aren't big on YouTube?
Yeah, it sounds like a demented Black Wilford Godfrey indeed. All right, everyone. No, in all seriousness, what the hell are we witnessing here?
And she shined right where she at.
Is he mocking a dead woman? Is that the whole video? Is that what we're watching
I can't
here?
even really tell.
Listen, he's mocking her. Listen to the tone he's using.
Well, yeah, he
here.
was.
Well, just listen to the tone.
Do that, you will shine right where you at. Well, Christina Grimmy had that shot. And
Low, dude.
Wow.
Christina Grimmy had that shot. Low, dude. Even I think that's low.
Oh, yeah, she had that shot. What to say? Yeah, she was famous. Yes, and
she shined right where she at. On top of shining right where she at, she gained a large audience. Probably a bigger platform than I got.
No shit. You know what's terrifying? He's reading this.
Does he have to his eyes?
This is
are
scripted, dude. No, this is scripted. He's looking to the right at a script. He's reading this. This isn't off the cuff.
Wow, that makes this even worse.
This is a real human being who wrote this shit down.
Oh my God. Yeah, I like that too. He's like, Christina Grimmy might have been bigger than me on YouTube.
Maybe.
You think?
But guess what? The same way the Illuminati targets motherfuckers with talent and motherfuckers who have that God-given talent, the Illuminati goes and scrolls through YouTube accounts and check out people who gather a large audience. Like,
uh-oh.
Man, it's the Illuminati, dog. The Freemasons are coming for that God-given talent.
No, I've got to just call him garbage. I don't think it's fair to call him human garbage. I don't want to be associated with this.
Yeah, no, it's not like the last chick. We aren't connected by the human condition, by strands.
Seriously.
Like Tommy Sotomayor, like DJ Academics, like Mark Dice, and like a lot of other motherfuckers who took that hush money, who signed that contract, and took that money to become a puppet of the YouTube Illuminati.
Do you think if you turn this around, there's like a mannequin holding this camera? You know what I mean? Like with somebody's face pasted on it.
His girlfriend.
And like behind that, there's a wall with all the YouTubers and celebrities' faces cut out and put on it with like red string going between it and different stuff.
Yeah, no. The mannequin has a cutout of Christina Grimmy's face on it.
Seriously.
I like this. He thinks that Mark Dice is getting YouTube money, Illuminati money.
Yeah, and it is a neat scene where you're 70+% dead space on your shot. I mean, it's just a little black dude ranting in the corner, and then it's 70+ just nothing.
This is brilliant cinematography.
Just empty
Best picture of the
space.
year.
Just empty space.
And guess what? She done made it big on damn YouTube. And she moved out to LA to do what? To further her motherfucking entertainment career.
When I was a landscaper, I used to work with guys like this. These are just real people out in the world. These guys just wander around.
Wait, they drive?
Probably.
Do they vote?
Probably.
Breed?
It is a young Colonel Stinkminer, isn't it? Jesus. Alright, I think I can't take any more today.
Yeah, no. Fuck that guy.
I think my brain's falling out of the side of my head right now.
I just wanted to see the what the fuck factor.
I still have to go, like, function in the world today. Like, I've got to go, like, see people and not think about this stuff at some point. I can't even start drinking yet.
I'm so sorry. Well, that thus concludes another Hagbard Celine torture fest.
It has been quite successful. I'm traumatized.
Maybe next time we will torture you into comatose.
Probably.
Yeah, but thanks everyone for coming. It was a lot of fun. And next time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time with Logic. Tune in. Send us videos if you so wish. Subscribe to this channel. And thank you everyone for your support. Until next time. Good night.
Goodbye, everyone.